Genesis, then presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days, throw your get money, quiet storm, have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, Ole Green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, check the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 96. You were shook on Reeves and all the ledge. I'm your. What's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a. Here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. The mother ride or die for my. Strictly for my. Survival of the fittest. That's the sign of the police. I'm in deep cover, skirt, lean back. Give me one more chance. They say Jesus walks and the devil wear Prada, but I'm so deaf. God can't tell me nothing. Right there's on my death certificate. I gave you power. 21 questions like who? The warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. 2 words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This. On that quiet storm, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
I sound it.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Washington Redskins. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. The first quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a handoff looking right. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run the toss to Walker. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Olsen. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw again. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And on the ground they go with the running back. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This is how they will line it up defensively for Washington. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That one goes for 24 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to the back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here we go. Green.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
Looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Blair. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here we go now.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the first quarter. And they're on the move as they face a 2nd down here.
Let's go. Green 39.
Back to throw. That's complete right around the 8. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Forget height and catch radius. When you run the fade really well, run down the defender, kind of take him a little bit towards the middle of the field, and then fade to the sideline and give your quarterback some space, it can be executed that well, just as we saw.
Here we go now. Blue landed.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. In for the score. And the Chiefs are in for 6. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the fortitude of him, because oftentimes for a rookie, you throw an interception early, you're taken right out of the game, or mentally you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Watch Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll run it here. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to air one out. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Olsen. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And that was a young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field, where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make a play.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll go with a keeper, and he'll burrow his way forward to pick up the first. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Now this time he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Redskins on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll look to throw here on first down. This is caught. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot! Hot!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight ahead power, and they got it done.
Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw here. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. And there it is, sack number 201. He has broken Bruce Smith's all-time record.
For a lot of us, we wondered if anyone would get to that record. But the way teams are throwing the ball around, more opportunities for these sack artists to accumulate.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position. Because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
On third down, that's Osborne. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Redskins on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 11th. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go now. 3.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set! 319! 319!
They'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13 and also a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They go play action here on first down. And that'll be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, here we go. 319! 319! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Here we go now. Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll run it here. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuffs to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Detroit! Gun!
He'll drop to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things
interception.
for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Redskins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. It makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll at least get them inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Gun! Over!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And they'll go on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Well, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Hurry up, here we go. Landed.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with to have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Now, remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now 17-14. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the return will stop right around the 25. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
But someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now they'll run it on the toss. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Detroit! 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 Gone! Gone! Gone!
They'll look to throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Back now on EA Sports. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll look to throw. Green with a catch left side. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Blair. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
He's back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
So down 6, and they know they need this one on fourth down.
Hurry up, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Redskins are going to win the football game. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. The Redskins on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And they'll run it here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And that is incomplete. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game, but these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why